It's week 1 of the 2022 season, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Eagles and the Lions, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we have arrived at the start of another NFL season, the most exciting time of the year. And CD, both of these storied teams we're about to see trying to take a step forward this year. Philadelphia, a lot of optimism there that they can get in the postseason and make some noise. Detroit, of course, we know the story of their franchise. They're just trying to get out of that NFC North basement.
But one thing I know about you, partner, you're extremely empathetic, and you do feel for those Lions fans because they have not had a postseason win to celebrate since 1991. They are excited about the direction the franchise is headed, though. They thought they had a good draft, they loved their front office, and they really liked their head coach. As for Philadelphia, they made some moves during the draft and in free agency that put them squarely in a position to compete not just for a playoff spot, but to go deep on a good run.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, here's Goff. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's also a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. And we talked about prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Now fair catch is called for and taken at we'll call it the 37-yard line. Now for the first time we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts got the green light as a starter from the Philly organization and took really good steps as the next in line of mobile quarterbacks in the city, following names like Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, and Randall Cunningham. He led the team in all quarterbacks in the NFL in rushing, and he took Philadelphia to the postseason while throwing for over 3,000 yards.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts being chased out left. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
I certainly thought they had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to... Points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for gone.
Open man is Quintez Cephas.
30, past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
Quintez Cephas.
73 yards. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running, on the go route, making a play.
Speed, speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
He's got him in, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 37 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a road. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacked. One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's going to be brought down short of first at about the 31-yard line. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing is Hurts.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he did.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Another run here with Sanders. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Hurts.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
After the interception, here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, they went. no backs in the backfield, all receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Another run with Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there. That brings forth a 3rd and long.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jared David. For a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down.
Now, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Gone. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Goff on 1st down. Targets and finds Reynolds once more. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, They're set up with 1st and goal.
Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And there, once he's outside of the pocket and doesn't see anything, very smart play to just throw it away. That was only 1st down. He's got a few more shots, maybe. He can take it to the end zone.
Swift will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something to develop slowly.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll go again with Sanders. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do you do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
Sanders on first down, not finding much of anything there, as he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. You don't see that a ton, do you, with the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle?
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They go play action with Hurts.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up on Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 20.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Goff.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. This pass complete to Reynolds. Touchdown, Detroit! Josh Reynolds, 66 yards. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Here's Badgley now to try to add to PAT. And it's 21-3. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season, and how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year, and it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Matt Ioannidis bowling his way in and sticking him to the turf.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Under pressure, they got him again. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
He's got him in, complete. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now another timeout called for by the offense. Stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. In motion goes the tight end. To try again after the sack. Hurts.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Forced it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports.
Looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
On their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
2nd and 11 now.
Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of cleaning it up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. On the sneak, it's Hurts.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
Scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it makes the score 21-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Goff a handoff here to Swift.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Dances by him. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Holding offense.
Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
We'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now, the next-gen stats going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end. 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Over the middle to Smith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 1st down, Hurts.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here's Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, gone.
Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's gone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. In motion, the tight end. On 2nd and 12, Hurts. pressure. He's brought down. Romeo.
Dropping him for the sack. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Hey, check that, street.
They're going to look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter and now can really take some time off the clock. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Once again, it's Swift.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw is gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain an 18-point lead. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Throwing is Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts,
already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and in the end it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Goff. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. Goff on target to Hockenson for a Lion first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw. Goff. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man. Complete. Try. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a nice run past the 30-yard things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
74 yards on the ground here for Swift, and he's got a first down as well.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. And just how they... Season, kneeling it down. Defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one and one of our early window.